I just want to show you what's going on outside. Man, what a day. This is bright. Oh my gosh. Okay, so today what I did was I planted these, and they're in direct sunlight, so I'm not sure how well they're going to do, but this is an orchid that I had in the house for like a long time, and now I put it out on this palm tree. And what you want to do is, this is pantyhose actually, and this is just, sphagnum moss that has water in it to kind of help the roots. And you put this on there to keep the roots close to the tree so that they'll start attaching themselves to the tree. And I kind of left, almost everything on there. I did clean the roots out really well because I want them to attach to the palm tree. So it's getting more sunlight than I thought it would. We want to face these babies to the south, this is kind of facing southwest a little bit, because I wanted to showcase it as I drive into the driveway here. I can see this thing. This guy's doing pretty well. It's a hanging orchid that I've had for years and years. And then I have some other interesting plants. I love my interesting plants. These guys don't really have any, not the leaves like you'd be used to. And then some interesting bromeliads. I love my bromeliads, yeah. Been working on this guy for a while. This is a planter that I salvaged these bromeliads from a neighbor who was redoing his yard. He was just throwing these out, and I'm going, wow, these things are just, they'll do so well. Now, the reason that they're going to do well is because, you see, they're very tightly anchored in here. They're not loose. Bromeliads like to feel anchored, and when they do, they start producing these little pups on the side. See, this guy here has a little baby coming out here inside, yeah. Let me show you something else. I put this out this morning. Oh, crazy back here. That guy there, and it's the same way. I use pantyhose and some sphagnum moss. And the reason why you want to have it pointing down like that is because when it rains, you don't want your water to go onto the crown of the orchid, because water will just make the guy rot. All right, you don't want that. They'll grow, they'll come out. See, look at here, son. Now, why am I talking about orchids on a channel that you probably have subscribed to because you're interested in cancer and cancer therapy? Well, I do it because this gives me a reason to get outside, get my butt up off the bed or off the couch, get outside and, do something. This is a hobby of mine. You see, this guy here is still in the pot. I just jammed it in the tree there. And look at this. He's just producing all these flowers, just going nuts. This one here I put in not too long ago too. And good roots. Some more bromeliads here hanging. See the hanger there? I got my yard guys out. They come out every Wednesday, so they're here. This is a orchid I've had for maybe 20 years. And it produces these white, beautiful orchids every spring break. You can see it's doing so well here. It has some new growth coming out here. And this gets a lot of the morning sun, so it's kind of taking its time. Here's another orchid that I put here, bounded on the tree with the pantyhose. It's doing really well. You can see, look at the color of the leaves. You don't want them too dark green. You don't want them too yellowy. But another plant, let me see, I was going to try to show you this hanging plant, if you can see it here. It's this pot right here, okay? And I got this from Brazil in Rio, brought it back with me. And it just hangs down from the trees. This guy's just doing so well and loving the place that I have him, if you can see it in there. But anyway, that's a little bit about my plants. And what I wanted to bring to you is the thought that you just gotta get out and move. If you become sedentary, where you're just not moving at all, and you're, just finding TV shows to watch and finding things to do that really aren't necessary to be done, on a daily basis, then I'm telling you, I don't think your progression with healing is going to happen as fast as you want it to. And the main reason why is because the body needs, I like this place on the couch, but I don't stay here much. Just when I'm talking with you guys, and also sometimes when I'm eating breakfast, I'll come out here because it's just nice. Got the TV in front of us there and a keyboard to play, right? But yeah, it's important to get out. It's important to do things that take you out of your comfort zone. Part of my protocol is not only the diet and not only sleeping, not only fasting, but also moving, exercise. Are you with me? Remember, if you followed me like early on, I used to do all those beach walks and all that kind of stuff. I'm a little further from the beach and it's not so easy to do, but I get my rear end outside and do stuff. I have what we call here in Florida, a lanai, which means a patio in any other place, and have orchids out there that I tend to, it's just a hobby and something that has to pique your interest. Get your mind off of the disease and get your mind onto living and having something to live for. My daughter wrote me today, and we talk more by text than we do, and this is probably typical of your family too, than we do by just picking up the phone and talking. Or when she lives here too, so when she gets home, when we talk, we don't really talk that much, but texting, we're all over the place. So she asked, Dad, what about going to Portugal? Really want to see that, the area you were talking about, and I really want to take her there too. So those plans, what happened to them? Well, they were put on the back burner when I got my diagnosis back in April. And why? In August, I decided, gosh, God, I got to get back to work. Actually, in July, and the end of July, I thought, I'm just taking all this time off from work and not getting, I feel good enough to go to work. The reason why I didn't go to work initially is because my oncologist said, they're doing a recall where I'm at because COVID's like tapering down and they're calling people back to work. And he said, I remember him, he just said, no way, let's work on your health first. And of course you want to work on your health, but at the same time, you have to have a reason for living, right? Life is not just about focusing on the negative, focusing on disease and focusing on the interruptions in your life, but you also have to have dreams, things to live for, things that other people can get involved with you and dream with you. That's why I'm involved with a coffee business in Brazil. It's one of my passions. I love coffee. If you follow this channel at all, you know that I love coffee and love my coffee, love my friend Luis and his wife Gioni in Brazil, and how much they're into the coffee business. And every time I go down there, that's all we do is talk coffee and go to coffee businesses, coffee plantations, and different places like that. I see the guy up here with the blower making noise. But, pick a passion. What is your passion? What was your passion, right? Did you put it on hold? Did you put it on the back burner? You need to get that thing front and center. You need to get out your journal, need to get out your notebook and start writing down dreams, writing down plans, getting with those people that were so encouraging to you back in the day and say, come on, this is something I really want to do. They may think, well, buddy, you have cancer, so, maybe you should just concentrate on that. But just, tell them, no, not going to go there, not going to have that be my focus on life. Yes, you're dealing with the disease, and yes, we need to make it an important thing. But do we need to make it the focus 24/7 of our life? No, that is not what your body wants. And speaking of that, I was just talking with the boys earlier, my sons, earlier before I got on this broadcast, that, you know what, I think I'm going to take a nap. And it's mid-afternoon here when I'm making this video. And I thought I got to do an update on YouTube, got to do an update on the social media platforms to let people know where I'm at, how things are going, and to help anybody out there. A lot of times people will forget the channel that they can get help with, and I don't want them to forget. I want them to know that, yes, you can come here and get, anything that I can offer. If I can't, I will go and try to find out the information for you. But like I say, I'm not a doctor, not an oncologist, not a nutritionist, but I have so much information at my fingertips, and also have done a lot of research in what's going on with my life and my journey with cancer. So I want to help anybody that I can. That's my mission. And I was telling him, I'm listening to my body right now, because that's an important thing that you should do, is just to listen to what's going on with your body. And my body was saying, you know what, you need to take a nap. And I thought, okay, I need some sleep. I'm hydrated, I'm feeling good that way, but I do feel like I could take a nap and just sleep for a couple of hours maybe, or 90 minutes, as my son Dennis says. You don't need to, if you sleep too much, it's not good for your sleep at night. You want to just take one of those brief naps like Thomas Edison used to take during the day. He had it down right. You need to take these power naps. So probably need to take a power nap here in just a bit. I wanted to update you guys on what's going on. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. The people on Twitter, if you guys get over here to YouTube, is fantastic family over there. You guys are the best. I mean, things I post over there, my little updates about blood work and about different things that is happening in my life as far as my journey with this cancer. Those guys are all over like, yeah, Dave, you can do it, go for it. And then when the answer comes back, if it's good, they're cheering me on. If it's bad, they're cheering me on, say, yeah, come on, let's go, it's going to be great. And I just love it. It's like a family. This is the kind of circle of family that you need to have in your life. If you're battling something like this, don't do this alone. You don't have to, right? You don't have to have somebody that's breathing down your neck telling you need to go to some weird country and get some kind of a procedure done to you. Follow the science, find out what's working with people. A lot of times some of these things do work, but are they working for lots of people? That's what we want to know. That's the way I did the work. The scientific research is I tried to find something that was working for lots of people. And it just, I found the ketogenic diet along with the chemotherapy that I'm doing, and it's working great. My blood results were down 1 week, and I think it was because of this not listening to my body, or listening to it and not being able to take the rest that I needed on these trips that I'm doing. I'm back to work as a flight crew member for American Airlines. So I thought, well, maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But whatever it was, within a few days, got those numbers back up. I went online and tried to find out what foods actually help your white blood cell count and what things help your white blood cell count, because they were on the brink of giving me, what do you call it? Growth hormone. That's what they do. I guess that increases your white blood cell count. And I'm thinking, chemotherapy has caused the white blood cell count to go down. That's one drug. So now they're going to give me another drug because of that one drug. And I just in my head said, no, this is not going to happen. And maybe because of that resolve, and also getting good rest and eating properly, that kind of took me, to where I needed to be as far as the numbers went. On Monday, I got my blood tested again, and we were like well within the range where you have to be. Coming up on the 5th of October, I got chemotherapy coming up, which means on the 2nd, early on the day of the 2nd of October, I'll be starting my 72-hour fast going into the 5th. If you want to join me, just let me know in the comments. If you're having a similar journey to mine, like where you do chemotherapy, or you know somebody that's going through this and maybe they're going to start chemo, or they're doing some kind of a cancer therapy where no chemo is involved, please tell me your story in the comments below. Or if it's something that you don't want to share there, just contact me privately. I'd love to hear from you and compare notes. And this is the way that things get distributed among people, and people can find out about these therapies that are much less toxic, much less invasive, and more natural for the body. So let me know what you got going on. I'd love to hear from you. And I appreciate the support, the camaraderie, the good words, the articles people send me. I look at every single one of them. Also, emails. People send me a lot of things that they've tried over the years, maybe dietarily. And also, some guy sent me this whole protocol he does for laying out in the sun during maximum solar power, which is would be solar noon, I guess they call her max UV. And the Amazon Prime guy just came to the door. It's almost a daily thing when you have a daughter that's Rachel's age, and me too. I get on there and see stuff and I go, yeah, that'd be good to have. So yeah, thank you so much. Stay tuned. Let me know what you want to hear about, the parts of my protocol maybe you don't understand, and hoping for great numbers as we go into October. And yeah, I got plenty of trips planned for October, mostly West Coast, a bunch of Las Vegas trips, so that's going to be fun, right? I'll be broadcasting live from there and showing you guys around there too. It's just, it's part of my journey, and I'm working and gonna keep it together. My next trip tomorrow takes me to Cartagena, Colombia. Never been there. I don't believe we leave the aircraft though. It's one of those things where we go from Miami down to Cartagena, back to Miami, then up to Hartford, Connecticut, where I stay for like 30 hours at the hotel there and chill. Not much to do around the hotel there in Hartford. I do know that the Dr. Seuss Museum is close by. I've never been, but people say it's good. But that's about the only attraction in Hartford. I'm not going to be walking around. I kind of try to get these long layovers to conserve my energy, and you should do the same thing. Just listen to your body. If your body's saying, you know what, you need to slow down, need to conserve. The only way you're going to be able to do these trips is if you have energy, keep your immune system up. You're exposed to lots of people, wear masks all the time and gloves all the time. It feels like I'm a surgeon on board there. And but you know what? Getting back into the game is just a big work mindset there that you have to turn on, because if you feel that you don't have what it takes to get out and get in the world again, you have to work on that, because mindset is such a critical part of this whole healing game. You have to get out, move a little bit, have people help you if you can't, and get out in the sunshine. That's a big part of it too. Get healing, come join me. If you need help, I'm here with a helping hand. Just write me and let you know what I'm up to. And maybe we can get you on a path just similar to mine. And I'll let you know what's really helped me, and hopefully can help you as well, okay? And if you know somebody that's going through a critical situation like this, I mean, I'm telling you, there's so many people that I've talked to at work that either somebody in their family or a relative, aunt or uncle, have cancer of some kind. I mean, this is a disease that's becoming so commonplace, and there's ways to fight it in, without using like horrific drugs, and to have a lifestyle the way that I do and enjoy without nausea, without the side effects. The only side effect that I've really had is lost my hair, as you can see, and that is part of the chemotherapy, is working on fast-growing cells, which is your hair, right? So that's the reason for the hat. Take care. Love you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. And please make sure you subscribe. If you have somebody in your family, just send them the channel. There's a little share arrow there. You can do that as well. Click on the little bell if you want to know when I do go live or when I post a new video. That would be very helpful for me. All right, thanks so much, and take care.